Hi, I'm Spreadsheet, and when you're seeing this, I'm on vacation, and I'm not going to tell you where, but instead I'm going to tell you about a bunch of super good characters that just don't quite make it onto the team for one reason or another. So in order to show you all of these characters, because I'm not editing this like a lot of videos, I'm going to be using this Puni spreadsheet made by Sallitine. I think that's how you pronounce it. It has UZ ranks and triple Z ranks, but there's no double Z ranks. So we're also going to use this list of every Puni by Goose from the the Puni Docs Discord server. It has a bunch of stuff. It's very useful. I'll leave a link to it in the description as well as this Puni spreadsheet. I'm not taking credit. Don't attack me, please. I'll use this for the triple Z's and UZ's because you got a picture of the character. But then for double Z's, I guess I'll just have to deal with it. It's also like constantly updated. Like this is the new Nyanbo exclusive. And then all the way up here, wherever Slippery ends, we have the mid-event Mars Izanami, who isn't out at the time I'm recording this. So I also have a notepad with a bunch of characters. So why don't we just go ahead and start off with the Brave Yokai, Yoma Chojin King Nate. He's a Link Big Easy Link Soultimate filler, which means that he's like really spammable while also filling other characters' Soultimates. You got like a ton of characters like this. He's very spammable, so you can get Soultimates up for characters like Itsuki and Hyaki the Muncher. However, he looks just like Demon God Nate, and he also doesn't have a purpose because Megumin has come out of the game. Same thing with Mikasa. I need to go find her. Mikasa. And here she is. Link Big, Redrop, Inflate 4. Very good. I've actually used her in my no bonusing the Aqua Throne stage, so you should check that out, because she's very good there. Next up, we have Dragon God Ryuta, who was actually like up here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Dragon God Awoken Ryuta. He has pre-fill and he also has Link Big, meaning that he is both easy to get up the first time and spammable, and is a great EX popper. He was the best EX popper until, we got UZ ranks and we got my boy, Demon God Nate. So, pretty good, but then we have characters like Shinji and Ava 1 Awoken. Okay, here we go. Shinji and Ava 1 Awoken. He has Drop Big, but he also has Link Big, so you can fill him up with a EX popper, you can just use the Link Big, and he's also a Soultimate filler, just like Yoma Chojin King Nate. He also doesn't have a purpose anymore because, honestly, Mikasa is just, like, way better wherever she went. Yeah, Mikasa is just better because you don't need everybody's Soultimates, and you can get two of the good Soultimates. Next up, Evil Fuyu Dread. I saw him. Here he is, the boy. Fuyu Dread. Now, you might have seen my video where I use him and Ryu Sennen. And I actually used them and Megumin in order to, I didn't use Megumin, I used the what's-his-face. I used him and Mars Asu during the gate, so that way I could just, like, spam them. Just spam Super Fever, spam Fever Time, spam him, so he got big damage. It was pretty effective. However, Itsuki is just way better as a Fever extender, so, yeah. Blazion. Shadowside Blazion, wherever he is, all the way over here. An Easy Link Fever Fill Fever Extender. You'll see JP players use this guy instead of Itsuki, I guess because they don't... I don't know, JP players are very strange. I have a whole video about how one has terrible opinions. 2 videos, actually. Go check them both out if you haven't already. So, he's good, but Itsuki's better because he does more damage, has Fast Fever, which is better than Easy Link, and the needing of Fever Fill isn't really that important because Megumin exists. And you've probably seen how powerful Megumin is. I thought it was Giamoto, but whatever. He's a pre-fill Easy Link Soultimate filler, and actually does kind of have a little bit of a use, because he can get Megumin's Soultimate up super easily, because that's her one weakness. However, it's better to run Earthwalker NOA, so that way Megumin can just like do insane amounts of damage. Like, it's genuinely ridiculous. We have a lot to go through, so... yeah. Next up, Shinji 2, and in my notepad I labeled him as Femboy. I just wanted to point that out. Shijni. Shinji. There's 3. was the third one? Oh, it's in Zazzle's description. So anyways, Femboy Shinji. He is an all-popper fever extender that can stun the enemy for 2 seconds and does 20% more damage if the enemy is stunned. So he can hit even harder than Itsuki can. However, only a 45% chance for like 2 seconds, which if you get it in fever time, it just lasts the entire fever time unless you get another like countered again. But besides that, he's fine. No, he's not. Why am I saying that? I'm looking at this Nate saying, yeah, he's fine. No, Shinji is very bad. The worst triple Z fever extender and above. By a long shot, because he doesn't have any Soultimates to get his skills up. However, if you can, like, baby him, then he can be super powerful. And the stun's pretty nice if you use Earthwalker NOA. Pretty cool. Next up, finally, for the Brave Tribe, Ryu Senin Senenki. Let me see if I can find him. Ryu Senin. Yep, he's here. Somewhere. Yep, over here. Ryu Senin Senenki. He has... I'm pretty sure it's 1.9 and not 2 times more. But, I don't know, maybe I'm just remembering wrong. Basically, he appears more often and has fast fever. And if you've seen my Galaxy Watch Part 2 video, then you'll see that I use him on the team in order to get into fever time super quickly. He's really good, honestly. It's just not good enough for the main tribe. However, you can use him and like a bunch of other characters to like basically just spam fever time, spam Megumin, use Aqua to heal. It's pretty insane. No bonusing has honestly like never been easier. It's pretty crazy. Next up, we have mysterious characters, and the first time I'm gonna have to go here. So first up, we have Amaterasu, and you see there's 5 of them to get through. Not rampaging. Hikoboshi. He is an inflate 4 character, but he has pre-fill, and his Soultimate gauge fills when using other Soultimates. So by the time that you get an EX Popper and a Fever Extender off, he's probably already got his Soultimate. He's not that good for like real fights, however, he's amazing for like grinding thrones. Because you have like 2 drop big characters, then you have this guy, and then it's pretty likely that you get the damage bonus against the throne. So if it's like, if you're trying to get like books or something, like I usually tend to do, you can use this guy to inflate like 4 different Puni, and you should be able to just like kill the throne. It's pretty good. Very, very good. Very useful to have. Next up, Glitterman Taiga. Right here. I don't even have to move. He's an all-popper Soultimate filler that also has pre-fill. I'm pretty sure you could also get him to Limit Break 10. He was amazing when he came out. However, now we have Aqua, who doesn't need any sort of help. And then we also have Arle, wherever she is. Alright, I can't find her, so I'm not bothering looking anymore. But she's probably down here somewhere. Yep, Arle Naja. Puni Linker, Unity bonus, amazing. Like, seriously. And next up, we have Shogi Suzaku. I hate this unit. So basically, he has fast fever. However, his fever fill only works when you link 8 of his Puni at once. Now, as you can see, multiplying it by 2.4 times means that instead of getting 8 fever charge, we're instead going to get 19.2 fever charge. So basically, if the fever gauge is like more than halfway filled up, you're not going to get this guy's fever fill until you enter fever time, and then his fever fill just doesn't work. Yeah, sure, you could do like double fever time strats, but that's like way too big of a problem. But I mean, Aqua does heal, so like maybe it's good, but Ichika is just way better. Next up, Tensei Yusen. He is a Link Big redrop like fever extender, so he's incredibly spammable. However, Aqua basically is that, but better, has fast fever, heals, does way more damage. It's just insane. Like, this is power creep at the finest level. Honestly, he's near here. Yep, here he is. Kombaku Tenren. He has pop, heal, and revive. Super amazing. The biggest problem, though, I'll just use the Yuzi one, even though you're not supposed to have her as the Yuzi. Ichika is pink. Ren is also pink. And it's really and it's kind of difficult to like tell them apart in an instance. So usually you'll see people running I wonder if he's here. Yeah, you'll see people running Adolescent Rene instead. Speaking of adolescent Rene, him. He's literally just a revive character that also doesn't have a two-step Soultimate, so you can use him as like a finisher. Pretty good. By the way, all of these characters were just like characters me and Jeff were just like naming off. If I forget anybody, that's why. But maybe we'll be able to make a part 2. But then, like, I also have in the notes, to be honest, if you bring Blue Sky Helmet, Suzaku, Arle, Aqua, and Kirachara, you can bring anyone you want in the 5th slot, and with enough luck, you could just win. So that is pretty true. So next up, we're going to tough characters. So first, we have Zero Beyond. Not Beyond Zero, like I accidentally said. I knew it was Zero Beyond, but whatever. He's an EX popper with Unity, but then we also have Bear, wherever he is. The boy. Bear. Where are you? I know he's here. His name's like Kuma Wayne or something. Yeah. He's a tap inflator with pre-fill and Unity. You can use either one of them. However, it's better to bring Swimsuit Corone. I didn't realize. Where is... Dang, I'm just blind. You can bring one of them if you're missing one of the other Unity bonuses, but... Like, they're still good. It's just I would rather run... Swimsuit Corone wherever she went. She's somewhere. Yeah, she's here. Swimsuit Corone to fill Soultimates, so that way you can spam Future Ren wherever he is. Next up is Flame Dragon, who is a double Z rank revive character. Not Flame Claws. Flame Dragon. I'm pretty sure he was limit break tenable too. He's a bonus ball maker and revive character, so like you can use him. However, later on in the list, I might as well go ahead and get him out of the way. ZZ Gunshin, Chojin Gunshin, wherever he is. He is a revive character, but also has guard. Yeah, right here. He's just very tiny for some reason. He's a stunner though, so but you probably weren't going to use his ultimate anyway. And revive and guard. So he's honestly just like better. R.I.P. Flame Dragon. Next up, Idol Corone. She was the best Fever Extender for Brave, only because she was the only Triple Z Fever Extender for Brave. Like, it was pretty bad. So, she has Fast Fever, and that's it. Fast Fever and Fever Extender. However, every single Soultimate that, like, every single character that fills up other Soultimate gauges, being Swimsuit Corone and Pajama Corone, are also Corone. And it's pretty difficult to tell them apart. But luckily, I made a slideshow about the Brave Tribe and also like dogged on Tough, and then we got Black Swordsman literally the next event. So you're welcome, Tough mains. Next up, Pajama Corone. I might as well talk about her right now. Swimsuit Corone is on the team. Like, you might see some people say, "Oh, but Triple OPC has drop big, so it gets in the way." Just pop them. It's not that hard. Like, seriously, it's not that difficult to get around it. But Swimsuit Corone is a Link Big Soultimate filler, so if you don't want to use Swimsuit Corone, you can use her instead. I like Swimsuit Corone better because I think Inflate 4 is better to spam, like, Black Swordsman. But you can bring either one of them. They're basically the same character. One's just a Soultimate filler, the other one's a Inflate 4. They both have Link Big. And do they have the same second skill? Yeah, they have. They're literally the same character with a different Soultimate type, and one of them has orange around, so it's a little easier to tell her apart. Next up, Darkness, the Triple Z. You'll like when she was coming out, people were saying, "Oh my God, she's like the best healer in the game," but she's really like not that crazy, honestly. Like you might get like 1,000 extra HP, maybe, but that might not even like be a difference. And in any case, you're having to replace like Swimsuit Corone to put her on the team, and she does have the highest HP in the game, but it's not good enough to replace Swimsuit Corone's Inflate 4. I mean, she also Inflate 4s, but she doesn't do damage, so you know, and attack boosters are banned. But being able to heal like just by popping Puni is pretty cool. But pop heal is honestly just like usually better. And finally, we have the OG Gunshin. You'll see some people try to say that, oh, it's better to run OG Gunshin instead of what's his face? Tamonten Ren. But like you don't need to do double fevers because your boy has fever fill. she has Link big, and he also has Fever Fill and does like more damage. So it doesn't even matter. Like the only like argument is that maybe you can get into Fever Time before taking any damage with him, but that's very unlikely. And plus he has Fast Fever anyway. It doesn't matter. He's better. He's just better to bring. Right, next up, we got charming characters, and I can finally go back here to look up Nyarther. Nyartheru. So we got the first Nyarther, then we got the third Nyarther, all the way over here, Midther, and then we got Goather. It's like a 3-stage evolution. Or maybe even like Mega Evolution, except the Mega is worse than the base form. So anyways, he's just Tensei Yusimba for charming. He's like amazing, and if you don't have Shuka, you can bring him, and like, sure, you'll be suffering damage and a fast fever, but if you have Aihaibara, then it's fine. And you can use him with like Soultimate draining stages, so pretty cool character. And then we got Holy Knight Nyarther, the mid one. He's only good because of his fast fever. He's a tap inflator with Fever Fill. However, if you want a charming tap inflator, you got Aihaibara, who has fast fever and Unity. So she's just better all around. It was very funny when she came out. Next up, I gotta go back here. Kokibi. A double Z rank, revive, and Unity bonus. Now you're probably thinking, why are you not running Kokibi? Because she has revive and Unity. Well, if we go to UZ ranks, we'll see Natsume. Yeah, over here. Natsume. You'll see her name, not Shuka. It's Natsume. You'll find out when I play Yokai Watch 4. So she has Revive, and she also has Redrop, which is a worse skill. However, because she's a UZ rank and a stacking all popper, missing the Unity, which just buffs everyone else's damage, Natsume hits so hard that it just kind of makes up for it, and they have like the same amount of HP with the revives because you couldn't get like LBs for her. So, yeah. She's on the team. However, honestly, you can run either one of them, and it shouldn't make too much of a difference. Which is pretty cool. Next up, Halloween Kappa-chan. Let's see if I can find her. Kappa. Yep. Witch Kappa-chan. She is a Soultimate filler. Using other Soultimates has an 88% chance to fill her Soultimate gauge by 20%. However, her selling point is the start rearrange skill. I know it's like start arrange skill because it's not being rearranged, but whatever. Like, you can honestly like get away with running her. And during the first Galaxy Watch event, you'd see people use Charming to no bonus to stage without getting hit first because you had to get like Seal 7 or something to not get like countered. So she's pretty good, and you can run her instead of Natsume and Kokibi if you want, but I wouldn't. But she's still pretty good. Speaking of Natsume, we can look up Natsune. She is a Link Big Afterfill EX popper and was the best EX popper until she came out. They're almost the same character, except she has Fever Fill instead of Link Big, and she just does more damage and has, she has higher HP too. She does more damage, has higher HP. It's a very slight upgrade. Next up, we have Swimsuit Fubuki. All right. A very good character who is held back by the fact that Charming is just too good. So basically, she is drop big, also has pre-fill. So I didn't even know she had pre-fill. That doesn't sound right. Does she have pre-fill? No, it's fever fill. Am I just blind? Yeah, it's fever fill. So she doesn't need, like, the fever fill is not important, but drop big is pretty cool. And she's a Soultimate filler, so you could just you could spam her. Yeah, Nazune was early. You can spam these two for like pretty easy damage after you get a fever extend off, which is pretty cool. However, UZ ranks just kind of outclass that. Next up, we have Kamaitachi, whatever. He is a triple Z rank revive and fast fever all popper rearranger. He's like a weirdly good kit for a tribe that didn't need it. Like, seriously, if this was Eerie or like Slippery, or not Slippery, well, honestly, Slippery could take it. If this was like Eerie or something, he'd be super good. He'd be on the team immediately. but like he's charming, so he's just not on the team. But he's still like really good, and it's very strange. He was the best character in his event, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I think Ryudo came out, so if you like score attack better, then I guess he's better, but whatever. Next up, we have UZ Puni God, Triple Z Puni Goddess. She's an Inflate 4 character. Popping her own large Puni has a 65% chance to fill other Soultimates, and she has redrop. Subpar, yeah, sure, whatever. However, being able to like fill other Soultimate gauges is pretty cool, but she's alright. Not the best. His name is Chifuyu from Tokyo Revengers. You've seen me use him when I tried to get Izana because Mikey the Bum wouldn't join me. But he's also weirdly good. He has pre-fill, fast fever, and is a fever extender. Like, why is he just weirdly so good? Like, Shuka he's literally just like a triple Z rank version of Shuka, except without the fever fill. It's very strange. And then finally, we'll get the last charming unit out of the way with the charming UZ rank Ren. He's the best score attack character in the game right now currently, besides like Arle. However, if you want to use him on the real like charming team, if you have a high combo and Shuka's super fever, you can spam him. However, because he's a tap inflator, he's not going to be doing like as much damage as other Soultimate types, but he's alright if you lack spammable options or you just don't have what's his face? Ren White Ozamechia. The bum. Alright, next up, Heartful. Not very many characters because honestly Heartful kind of sucks outside of like the 5 best units in the game. Well, 5 best characters for the team. So first up, we got Fighter Ren. Now you'll see JP players use him, but that's just because JP players are like in love with revives, even if they don't get anywhere close to needing it. It's better to bring Noel instead of him. Noiru, whatever. All I can think of whenever I see Noel is that ASMR video where she just like screams into the mic, and it's honestly like comedy gold. I wish I was that funny. But he's literally just a revive, but he also has Fever Fill and is an all-popper rearranger. So you'll see JP players do like double Fever strats, which is like, you have Orihibe Natsuyomi, so you can spam 2 freaking Santa Natsuyomis. You don't need this guy. And plus Noel makes everyone else do more damage and also has fast fever, so it's just better. I keep opening Discord instead. Next up, Hakuryu. Hakuryu. There's like 2 of these guys. Yeah. This one, the like newer one, he sucks. He has Revive, Pre-fill, and is an all-popper rearranger. Like he's alright, but the other one's better. He's also another Tensei Yusen, but for the Heartful tribe. Was the best Fever extender until we got one of the best Fever extenders in the game ever, Santa Natsuyomi. So, like, pretty good. Yeah, when I said we have a lot of characters, we have a lot. Next up, Puppet Natsuyomi. I know there's more. Wait, we're in UZ ranks. Natsuyomi. So it's funny. We have a really good Natsuyomi, and then another really good Natsuyomi. She was on the team until the little pink gremlin came out. Wherever she is. Little pink gremlin that I always forget she exists. Baby Doll U. So, what Natsuyomi does, she's an EX popper with pre-fill and after-fill. However, Baby Doll U is the same thing, but she does more damage, has more HP, and like Puni Fall larger than usual, so you can get like an extra 10% to everyone else's Soultimate gauge if you're lucky, which is honestly more useful than afterfill because you're not doing her Soultimate more than once. Also, this is the Orihime Natsuyomi I talk about all the time. Inflate 4, Unity, also has the large Puni after using her Soultimate. Really amazing. You'll see right here that it says the skill is bad, but it's more useful than afterfill, to be honest. So whatever. And it is difficult to get her up, but you have start rearrange with Summer Setsuna wherever she is, the favorite UZ Summer Setsuna. She's start rearrange. It's amazing. Anyways, next up we gotta go to here to look up Elder Bloom. Here's the Triforce character from the last video I did. This is why she's here. She has Fever Fill and Appear Less, and is a score booster. She's better Then the Viper, I don't understand why she's way down here, but the Viper was way up there. Doesn't make any sense. So he's a double Z rank. Hana Sakamaru. He's a fever extender with fast fever. I don't know why Jeff brought this guy up, but he was like really good for the time, I guess. I don't know. Then you had her, so you had like a bunch of had a bunch of fever time stuff with Heartful back in the day. Heartful is just the fever time team, I guess. Next up, we got Shady. Then we got one of my favorite triple Z's ever, and that's Swimsuit, Original Idol Peko. She's a Link Big Afterfill All Popper Rearranger. She was pretty good for the tribe, but then Shady just became like way too good, and now they're paying the price. However, Peko's still like amazing, as she is the best option for Arlay strats, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. If not LDK, because guess what? When you bring Peko, because of her Afterfill, you can get away with not running the Viper and instead bringing Komami, who gives you a way higher score boost. And plus, it's never going to be like one of these characters that is the reason you lose. It's going to be the reason you lose is because you don't get enough Arlay to get her Soultimate up. But other than that, like, Peko's amazing. Very good for score attack. And then we have both Toru, way over here. Triple Z, triple face, Amaru Toru. He has pre-fill, after-fill, EX Popper, literally just the Natsuyomi, but he was the first one to do it. But then we have another Peko form in Lolita Pecora. She is a drop big, Funny Nyonbo start big, EX Popper. I say she's better to bring because, like, this is really good. Like, people will say, oh, it's such a big problem, but, like, Shady's not getting into fever time fast anyway. And plus, now she's outclassed by this bum right here. So it doesn't even matter. But she's still good for grinding. Amazing, honestly. Really good character. Next up, Jikokuten Kagare. He's probably around here somewhere, honestly. Like, I don't think it was that long before. Oh well. Jikokuten Kagare. Drop big, pre-fill, Soultimate filler. He's good for autoing, but not good for the like actual Shady tribe. You could have used him, but then like Shady just became too centralized, and it's a really unhealthy tribe, honestly. Black Dragon. Okay, whatever. He's a Soultimate filler with Unity and was Limit Break tenable, so he brought like a lot of stats. However, Galapion is better, and then Edival is better wherever he is. I don't even know where he is. I don't even know when he came out. Eddie. Oh, he came out before Galapion. They're both Unity bonuses, but he has Guard and Galapion has Revive. Oh, this is when that guy came out. Whatever. Why does he have 2 skills? Why does this guy have 2 skills, but Saku-chan doesn't? What a ripoff this game is. And why does this guy not have 2 Soultimates? What a terrible game decision. Anyways, next up, Vampire Zazzle. So, you probably saw him in the last video I did. My goat, Empty Bouncer. Where is he? He's a Neonbo exclusive. Right. Where is he? Governor Zazzle. Can I just look up Vampire? Yoma Vampire Zazzle. He's an all-popper that creates Puni spheres. However, he recovers HP when his Soultimate is used and has Fast Fever. I don't know how much of an HP recovery this is, but I can almost guarantee you it's not good. It's not big enough to like risk using his Soultimate just for a little bit of a heal. Like, maybe if you're getting lucky with guards and it like lines up where you can get this guy as a free Soultimate for your revive counters, maybe, I don't know. But he's not very good. Now we have the first Mikey, the one I actually do have, wherever he may be. Yep, down here. He's an Inflate 4, has Popping Large Pooty, can fill his Soultimate gauge, and has Revive. So, like, he's pretty good. But Galapion has your Revive needs covered, and Boso Hinazawa has Drop Big, so it's not the most difficult to spam him. So you don't need to like risk bringing this guy, and plus UZ Mikey was just better to bring anyway. I can't find him ever. Here, Mikey. He's a Soultimate filler and it just hits way harder, has more HP, and you already have Galapion for a revive. But he's still good. And then we have the newest Triple Z Kachi Kachi. Why is his name Barikata? Super Kachi Kachi God. He's an Inflate 4, Drop Big, and Fever Fill. His Drop Big's good. Inflate 4 is good. He's very spammable, but like Shady sucks. There's no room for him. And that's all the Shady characters, and now we have Eerie characters, which only consists of 2. So we'll get them right out of the way. AV Unit 13, and then we'll go ahead and go over here and get Nino. They're the same character, except Nino, instead of having pre-fill Link Big Soultimate filler, she is a Fever Fill Link Big Soultimate filler. She has more HP. I guess this is his max HP. And she hits harder if you made her a UZ rank instead of Itsuki, but you should have made Itsuki the UZ. And so if we look for Nino, look at her HP, of course she's all the way over here, you'll see that she has slightly less HP than, what's his face, Ava 13. However, her attack stat, 1465, compared to 1556. So yeah, he hits harder, has more HP. However, you can use Nino for like multiple fever strats, except they already have Link Big, so you don't even need to. They're the same character, though. It doesn't matter which one you bring, because Erie's still the worst tribe in the game. And then finally, we have Triple Z Arachnus. F. Arachnus. Super Enchanted Arachnus is an all-popper rearranger with AoE, Afterfill, and Revive. So you can also use him for Arlay strats, but Pekko's better because she's not an AoE. So, yeah. We'll mainly see play in AoE Arlay weeks. So we'll mention it for this, which we don't like ever get. Usually, honestly, I don't play score attack. If we look up Light D, I don't know what the D stands for. Light Dragon King. Arlay Slave, but then we look up Pekko. Go to the first one. You'll see no mention of Arlay at all, even though she is the best. She's the best Arlay character. As somebody who has Arlay, I can guarantee you, Pekko is the best out of everybody. So finally, we have Slippery. First up, many forms of U. First up, Fukuryu. I hate the names. So first up, Fukuryu, the original one. First, she only had Fever Fill as a fever extender, but then she was later given Fast Fever, which is just like amazing, honestly. Very good, but then Kegure Zochten came out and is just the same thing, but hits harder and has more HP, so whatever. And apparently you could only get one copy of her. Did not know that. I thought she was OB7. Actually, no, I knew she was a gate reward, but I didn't think you could get any OBs. Next up, my favorite form, Onbu Yu. Oh wait, nope, this is Bridal Yu. I guess we might as well talk about her. She has Start Big, and popping Large Puni can fill her own Soultimate gauge, and is an EX popper. But Jikokuten Ren is just better. And now, what's his face? The Ryuta Slippery. He's better. So there's no point in bringing her, and plus she already conflicted with Fukuryu. So she's only good for, like, spamming Funny Numbo Start Big. I do not think Fighter U came out before Onbu. Santa definitely didn't. We're missing a form of U. Whatever. Maybe if I put a space. There. First up, Fukuryu. Next up, Bridal U. Third, Metsurayu Onbu Yu. She's a drop big afterfill Soultimate filler, which you could use with Jikokujin Ren as the same thing with the Natsume and Arlay. Not Arlay. The Natsume and Swimsuit Fubuki strats. And honestly, you could just get away with running her now, except Mercury Death is just the same thing, but without the afterfill, but whatever. Pretty good. Oh, I'm getting tired. So now we have Instructor You Suck. She's an attack booster and is super ugly. The worst form of you visually. Next up we got Fighter You. An Inflate 4 with Link Big and Afterfill. Can you tell I really like Inflate 4s with Link Big? They're very good. There's no character to like really take advantage of this besides like Kagure Zolchtin. But you can just bring Working with Death. And you don't have to worry about confusing this form of you with Santa U. And then I guess we might as well talk about one of the worst UZs in the game. Full Bloom U. All the way over here. She's only good because she has Revive. However, the next character on the list, Snake Musician Venoct, has a... Why is it so stuck out? He's an all-popper healer with Revive and Guard. So it's honestly just better than you, like, by a lot. And then while we're here, might as well go ahead and get Twin Dragon God Ryu. Not Ryu Senin. Ryu Senin Seneki. Ryu Seneki, blah, 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 blah. Twin Dragon God Ryu. Whatever. He's a fever extender, but he also has Unity bonus. So, you can bring him too. And I've been talking about him for a minute. We'll go ahead and pull up Jikokuten Ren, the first form, I think. Yeah, Jikokuten Ren, Easy Link, Link Big, EX Popper. He was the best EX Popper, and then Guy came out. We have Nerochi right here. He's a pre-fill, Soultimate filler, and popping Large Puni can fill his Soultimate gauge. Pretty good. Like, I don't know what else to say. And then finally, everybody's favorite, Crack Squid Diddly, McCracken. Lord McCracken right here. Is this his only Puni in the game? There's no way this is the only Puni. That's crazy. But good thing he's really good because he has Easy Link and Fast Fever. And is an all-popper rearranger. Pretty good. Now finally, I have in the notes Wicked every time their bonus went away, which is pretty facts. Anyways, next up, Natema. Is this what we're really calling him? Puppet Natema? Keno. Yep. He's the same thing as Nerochi, except he has Afterfill instead of the popping Large Puni. I always thought Nerochi was older, but guess not. So, I forgot to mention, all of these characters have, like, cons, but, I forgot to be bringing them up. So, yeah. Next up, Goku Enma. Like, let's just go to, like, the first one. Goku Enma. He has Fever Prefill for 75%. Boso Enma's just better, honestly. You use Boso Enma and New Year's Cairo, wherever he is. He was one of the first ones, yeah. He has Fast Fever and Enma Tribe Unity bonus. Amazing. Fudoma. Not the first one, not the second one, but or the third one, but the fourth one. Food Dripma. He has Drop Big and Pop Heal, so you can use him as like a funny meme option. That's really about it. He's also a Soultimate filler. So cool. Next up, Santa Jane. She's around here somewhere. All the way up here before Quince. I think nope after this. Santa Jane. Easy Link, Link Big, Soultimate. Inflate 4. She's good. Just not on the team because they don't have enough room. And then finally, the most rare Nyanbo exclusive in the game right now, Fudo Boy Gold. Like, he has Funny Nyanbo Start Big and Suzaku's crit damage, and he's a Soultimate filler, but he's fighting both Boso. Oh, so we don't call him Bozo here. Do we call him Bozo? Yep, Bozo Hino. We spelled it wrong. Okay. So he has 10-second stun and as a Soultimate filler. You just bring either one of them. But then you'll see some people not bring God of Armor Fudoma, who is a Unity bonus, which is just ridiculous, but whatever. And then there's like Bridal Jane, but I'm not going to talk about it right now because maybe I can make a part 2 sometime in the future. Thanks for watching me rant. I don't know how long I've been doing this. This video, this like footage is, oh my god, 47 minutes. Okay. That's going to be a video to edit tonight at the day I'm recording this, which is the 22nd. Again, thanks to Sallitine for making this and Goose to making this. Or else I wouldn't have been this focused. Thanks for watching. Hey, yeah, bye.